When you're all done soaking in the water, let's grab a boat to Bequia. St. Vincent and the Grenadines lies in the Windward Islands. So, the capital city is Kingstown, not to be confused with the Jamaican capital Kingston. And do you know who likes trees and other plants? Animals do! I make travel and geography related videos. We are starting with the Saint countries, and today we're going to zoom in on a country with a long name. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines is the first of 3 saint countries. Let's zoom in. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, often just referred to as St. Vincent, is an island country in the Caribbean. But what exactly is the Caribbean? The Caribbean is a region that includes the Caribbean Sea and its islands, with the boundaries here between Yucatan, Mexico, and Cuba to the west. And to the east, the Lesser Antilles, these islands here, and that is where you can find St. Vincent. Even more specifically, St. Vincent and the Grenadines lies in the Windward Islands. Close neighbors are Grenada, Barbados, and St. Lucia. The country consists of various islands. The main island, St. Vincent, and the northern 2/3 of the Grenadines. The other Grenadines belong to the country Grenada. Some of the largest islands are Bequia, Mustique, Canoan, and Union Islands. I'm sorry if I mispronounce these names. The southernmost point lies on Petit Saint Vincent, meaning Little Saint Vincent, and this is a little island, but they have a 5-star hotel here. The westernmost point lies on Union Island. The northernmost point lies on main island Saint Vincent, close to the town Fancy. Well, that's fancy. And the easternmost point lies on the same island, right here, close to Big Lion Bar. I have some numbers for you now. St. Vincent belongs to the smallest countries in the world. It is actually really close in size with neighbors Grenada and Barbados, and comes in place 184 in area. With a little more than 110,000 people, St. Vincent and the Grenadines come on number 180 in population. This makes the population density pretty high, 284 people per square kilometers, and St. Vincent comes on number 31 worldwide. In 1960, life expectancy was 59.3 years, but nearly 60 years later, life expectancy has risen to 72.4 years. So, the capital city is Kingstown, not to be confused with the Jamaican capital Kingston. It's Kingstown. Kingstown is also by far the biggest city, and other towns are Georgetown and Biabu on the same islands. So, what languages did I speak here? The official language is English. And most Vincentians, yes, that's what they are called, speak Vincentian Creole. But why is it called St. Vincent and Grenadines? This has to do with its history with the Spaniards reaching the island. The first European to reach the island was actually Christopher Columbus, and he called the main island after St. Vincent of Saragossa. And the Grenadines derives from the Spanish city Granada. Let's explore the capital city first. So the capital city lies here on the main island, Kingstown, and there is plenty of things happening here. We have Grace Community Baptist Church. Here we have a hospital, community library, pirate pub and food courts. Oh, that looks delicious. I'm getting hungry. I'm soon gonna make dinner for myself. Rainbow Palace. Oh, they have fish there. Stoplight Restaurant and Bar number 2. But where is number 1? Let's see. Yeah, this is all really mountainous. There's very little land here that is flat. Well, one little piece is this football field. So this is Kingstown, but I think the settlements here are other towns, but the urban area here is pretty big, at least in area. Here we can see a big ship, maybe it's a cruise ship. What is this? A hill? Fort Charlotte. Oh, a defense port with cannons and an ocean view. Yeah, can probably see a lot from right here. Let's see, yeah, I can see a whole lot of ocean standing from there, as well as the whole capital city. Let's see, here we have another fort, Fort Duvernet. That's a cool looking island, wow. Let's move on to other parts of this island. This is super mountainous. Here's a beach, Mount Wynn Beach. Does it look a little black? Could be from the volcanic activity. Oh, and here we have a river. Let's try and follow that river. Yeah, it goes up the mountains. And here it is. And here it's split in two. Let's see if we can follow it up here. Yeah, seems like it starts on top of this volcano. I'll tell you more about this volcano in the landscape section. What is this? Falls of Belaine? Remote cascade and a natural swimming pool. Whoa, I like natural swimming pools. A narrow canyon. What is this? Awea Salt Pond. Natural pool ranged by volcanic rock. That looks beautiful. Let's head to the Grenadines. It's a pretty steep island. I don't think anyone is living here. Doesn't seem like it. Look, so this is called Moustique. And then that island there is called Petite Moustique, Little Moustique. And the same thing happens here. This is Savane Island. And this is Little Savane. Huh. I see a pattern here. Oh, look at those names. Retreat, Friendship, Glossy. And they have a big airport here. And a beach. And look at that beautiful colored water. These waves seem to be moving just by looking at it. I can already imagine being there. Let's start with the topography map. Here is the main island Vincent. Here are the Grenadines. It looks like most islands have mountains, and the tallest mountains are found on St. Vincent. St. Vincent is formed by volcanic activity and is rugged and mountainous. Very little land is flat here, but the landscapes vary from at which side you're at. The windward side, the west side, is more rocky, and the east side has many sandy beaches and bays. The tallest point of St. Vincent and the Grenadines lies on this island, and is called Soufrière. It lies at an elevation of 1,233 meters or 4,048 feet. And this is a volcano, an active volcano. A series of explosive eruptions began early in April of 2021. For almost a week, the eruptions have covered the island in ash, and flows of molten rock and gas have flown down the mountainsides. Many people are being evacuated, and as I'm making the video right now, people don't know yet when they can return home. Volcanoes are beautiful and spectacular in my opinion, but they can be real hazards. The Grenadines are also formed by volcanic activity by a volcanic ridge going north to south. The Grenadines are much more low-lying. There are wide beaches and bays. Here the highest peak is Mount Tobai on Union Island, lying at 308 meters. 10% of the country is arable and around 36% is forest and woodland. The country looks super green. With its location pretty close to the equator, there are relatively high temperatures and plenty of rain, making room for many different kinds of trees and other plants. And do you know who likes trees and other plants? Animals do! St. Vincent and the Grenadines have a very diverse ecosystem, yet there is crystal clear water, for instance here. Wow, this looks gorgeous. It's opposite side time. I put my ruler in the capital city Kingstown, move it for 20,000 kilometers around the globe, and let's see where we land. We land here between Australia and Indonesia. The closest land is Sumba, part of Indonesia. If you want to travel to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you could arrive by boat, or you could take a plane and land at Argyle International Airport. Maybe you have traveled far and you need to relax. So let's start this visit with a boat ride to Tobago Cays. The Tobago Cays is an archipelago consisting of 5 small and uninhabited islands with a lot of coral reefs. This is one of the most popular destinations of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Here we can find the Tobago Cays Marine Park, and this is a great place to relax at the beaches with clear water. you can go for a swim and go snorkeling and explore the life in the sea. If you're lucky, you can see sea turtles, barracudas, stingrays, and lots of colorful reef fish. When you're all done soaking in the water, let's grab a boat to Bequia. This island is known for being safe and friendly, so if you're visiting St. Vincent to get to know more about their culture and maybe make some new friends, then this could be the place to do just that. Port Elizabeth seems like a really nice town to walk around. There is a walkway along the water where you can pass restaurants and small shops. From here you can walk to this beach, Princess Margaret Beach, and with its view to the west you can see the sun setting in the horizon. Well, that sounds perfect. Okay, the last travel suggestion I have for you lies on St. Vincent, the main island. We are exploring the biodiversity of this country. So let's visit the St. Vincent Botanical Gardens. This was established as early as 1765, making it one of the oldest botanical gardens in the Western Hemisphere. And this is one of the most popular sites to visit in the country. Reviews I found say that these gardens are beautiful, peaceful, and really well maintained. The guides are knowledgeable and fun. So if you're just a little bit interested in nature and in plants, this is definitely a great place to visit if you're once in the country. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is super green, lush and mountainous, a volcanic island state at the rim of the Caribbean. And they even speak English, so the communication should not be a problem while you're there. These were some geographical facts on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Next time we're gonna just cross the sea by a little bit and travel to St. Lucia. And we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.